So the question is, what is the most hurtful thing anybody has ever said to you?
The most hurtful?
Mm-hmm.
It was probably when one of my best friends said, "No, I did that to you just because I knew it would mess with your head."
Why are you here? No one likes you and no one wants you here.
They called me like fat and I didn't really fit in with my like friends, like my group of friends. And it made me like really uncomfortable and like kind of feel really bad about myself.
That I wasn't good enough.
My stepfather told me that I wasn't his son one time, and that just kind of stuck with me for a really long time.
I think the most hurtful thing someone's ever said to me was that they didn't want me in their life anymore.
That I'm no good at something and I shouldn't do it anymore.
When I was younger and my mom was mad at me, she said that when I was born she didn't love me.
The most hurtful thing someone's probably said to me is that I wasn't enough.
It was like I wasn't good at sports when I was younger, and they said me like in my hometown we play soccer a lot, and I wasn't really good, and they told me that I'm not gonna be able to like play sports or do anything else.
Probably not being enough. It's not a good feeling, especially when you know you're enough, and not feeling important to someone.
And how did that make you feel?
Betrayed.
Made me feel like no one wanted me there, that I was worthless, and that, I wasn't enough to be there, and no one wanted to see my face again. It truly felt like that.
I learned that like other people's opinions on like myself don't really matter unless I let them like overcome me.
Made me feel like I needed to try harder and be a better person.
It made me feel a little bit betrayed and abandoned, I would say.
It made me feel like our relationship was unimportant, and that I was actually a smaller part of that person's life than I thought before.
That made me sit back and think about what they said, and to see if I really wasn't good at it anymore. And I told myself I was, and to prove that I was good enough, I just bared down and how do I say it? I just bared down and proved them wrong. That was one big thing that I had to do, was prove them wrong, that I could do something and do it the best that I could, and the best that could be done possible at what I was doing.
Pretty empty for a really long time.
It made me feel really worthless.
I mean, it was bad. I didn't want to play for a while. Now I just don't really care. Times like when the time passes and the more time like slides in, I just forget about it.
It definitely affected me a lot mentally, and I started to believe like I really wasn't enough.
And how did you overcome from that situation or learn from that situation?
I took some space from that friend and made them know how that made me feel, that it made me feel hurt and betrayed, and have kept my circle of friends smaller since then.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Of course.
By growing up and surrounding myself with people that I knew appreciated me and wanted to be with me.
And how I like worked on that was I like worked on myself, and I like did better for myself, and it's not that I had to prove them wrong, it's that I had to be comfortable with who I was.
I took a step back, put what the problem was into perspective, and saw like my pros and cons within myself, kind of just read them out loud, like put them in front of me so that I could work on them.
I learned that you just have to be careful who you let into your life and the kind of people that you let get close to you.
I'm still currently like working through the situation, trying to figure out how to move on with my life without that person in it.
Well, I learned to to take that negative comment and to be positive about it and come back and prove them wrong, because I worked hard at what I was doing at that time. And for them to tell me I wasn't good at it was kind of stung. But I reflected back and was like, no, I'm good enough. I can do this. I will prove it to you when another opportunity arises. So, but yeah, that's pretty much about it.
I overcame it by realizing that she did eventually grow a bond with me, and maybe that's a stronger love.
I learned to be a bigger and better person, and that helped me grow and become who I am today.
I mean, at that time, it wasn't really good, like, because you know my age wasn't that bad, like big. I wasn't like able to like seize it, and then when you get older, you just you don't care.
I started doing things that make me happy and valued myself a lot more, and realized like it doesn't matter what they think. Like, as long as you're happy with yourself, you do things that will make you like feel better and just be happier within yourself, and that's really like all that matters.